Hey, it's me, Silvanici, and welcome to another vlog. So I just wanted to give a quick intro, but this is just like end of May and beginning of June. Couple things I've been up to. I have entered an acrylic paint era. I'm continuing my collage era and continuing my sewing era. I'm very excited about it. I don't think the camera's angled down low enough right now for you to see my cat skirt. So I made two skirts that are just a long strip of fat quarters that I connected, about 5 to 6 of them, and then I gathered them, and then I put an elastic waistband on it, and that's it. So yeah, these are my new favorite skirts. So I'll show you guys those in the video, and I'll show you some of the art that I created and some of the other good times that I've had over the last 2 weeks. So thanks for clicking the video, and let's get into it. Hello, it's me again, here to give you some commentary for the random assortment of clips. So I didn't film much of this, but I found this really cute cow fabric and made a skirt, and the waistband is the same cow print as my cow print sketchbook that I just posted a tour of. And then just doing some journaling with some junk I've collected, like the tag from my bat plushie that I just got. And here I had a friend coming over for a little art date. It's a friend that I play D&D with, but it was our first time hanging out just one-on-one, even though we're very similar people. We're both artists and like very similar things. So we watched Care Bears 2, one of my all-time favorite movies, and I got to try her e-make wash and her Artex acrylic markers. Definitely makes me wish I had some. And yeah, we drew a couple random Animal Crossing villagers together, and we just had lots of fun. And then I wanted to show you guys how cute my little Garfield apron looks with my new skirt. I'm making some drunken chicken for dinner. Then doing a little bit more sewing, but this time I'm just doing an alteration, watching some Sophie McPike, and this is the first dress that I made, but I took off the dog shirt and I put new straps on, and I love the changes. Then just drawn some peonies while watching Monkey Mintaka live stream. And then I visited my grandparents, and my grandma had these lovely flowers that I drew with my oil pastels. And then just watching some Pokemon with my partner, and we just had a lovely relaxing day in our living room. And I did this watercolor painting of my little tiny jelly cat elephant. And then my partner had encouraged me to try my own model kit, so I got this one of Palmy, Pokemon, and it was really fun and easy, and he made a Gundam at the same time, and we just watched lots of Pokemon Indigo League. It's my first time watching the series all the way through, and I'm loving it. I'm kind of newer to Pokemon. I didn't really know much about it as a kid. I didn't really watch the show. I did have a plushie of Torchic, and I had a tiny little figurine of Togepi. But yeah, this model kit was so fun, even though Palmy was promptly stolen from me. He's so cute, and it was really easy to make. I didn't really file down the nub marks, but might do that later since my boyfriend knows how to do that stuff. But yeah, then we were just watching more Pokemon and admiring this little guy, and I drew some Pokemon from the episodes we were watching, and then I did some 1-minute sketches of animals on the Line of Action website, which I have been loving doing these quick studies. I've talked about this a lot in my last vlog, I believe, but I'm still trying to, continue doing that. And I mean, how else would you get a gem like that frog? And then I got another frog immediately after. I don't have a lot of experience drawing like realistic frogs or like any of these animals. I got these two elephants like wrapping their trunks around each other, which I would never attempt to draw something like this in 1 minute. It would usually take me so much longer, but I kind of accomplished it, even though it's just a, loose sketch. But yeah, I highly recommend doing these quick animal studies. I think they're really great for like warming up, especially before you do other art. When my friend came over earlier in the video, before we did the random Animal Crossing drawings, we did some sketches here. So yeah, I really am loving this as a way to warm up. I've gotten a couple repeat pictures. I feel like I should look for some pictures that I have on my phone to contribute if it's that easy to upload pictures. I'm not sure how it works. But yeah, I'm just loving this sketchbook made of paper that I got for basically nothing and just filling it with these really quick sketches. It's so easy to fill up the spreads like this. And then I'm just going to a show with my best friend. We drove like 2 hours away for it. And I had these little bears on my bag, and I was just drawing in my travel sketchbook while we were chit-chatting in the car and listening to some Rico Nasty and some Ask Alexandria. And then we got to the show.
Get close in. Yeah.
Real probation.
So yay, that was so fun. Always fun when it's with my best friend as well, especially singing in the car together on the way home. That was something I felt like my soul desperately needed. But yeah, I also got an anniversary present from my partner, and it's this snow rabbit family, and they are so fancy and beautiful. They're just, wow, I love them so much. I just could not believe it. I don't have any of these like fancier sets, one of the like online exclusive ones. But yeah, they look great. And I've rearranged some shelves, so I just wanted to show you guys around a little bit. But I just can't stop looking at this family. And I put this little chest next to them because I made this a while ago. And I wanted to store in it these little hats that I've been making for Ryan. I just really wanted to play with the hot glue gun one day all of a sudden. And I just like whipped out these 3 hats for him. But yeah, then we're going over to my friend's house for D&D, and I rolled a nat 20 on something silly. What was it? Yeah, I rolled a 20 for smashing the like makeshift deck that our boat was attached to while there was a bunch of like bad guys running towards us. But let's just take a moment to appreciate Ryan's Pikmin outfit. He looks amazing. And I love it. It's way too heavy for him, though. I actually glued a toothpick to the back. But this is a letter from Patreon, from subscribing to my friend Autumn. You can find her at the usernames that I just put on the screen. Art2 and Wonko are like both parts of what she does, but she, draws all this art and makes these beautiful sticker sheets every month, as well as a print and a little trading card. And this is 2 months worth of Patreon mail. 1 month is Sanrio Animal Crossing themed, and the other is Farming Sim themed. So basically the things that are nearest and dearest to my heart. And wow, everything here is so beautiful. So the trading card for the Farming Sim month is making a little like identification card. And wow, this Harvest Moon like large sticker, it's just so beautiful. I haven't made my little farmer yet, but I will show you guys when I do. And then I also got this like bonus extra print from Autumn of a really beautiful piece. I love it so much. I'm so happy. And I'm also really happy about my new little mouse that I got. Then I'm really happy about magazine day with my friends. We went through just like hundreds of vintage magazines. Not really, we didn't have time to go through all of them today, but my best friend has gotten some really amazing vintage magazines, and we watched Spy Kids and Freaky Friday on VHS, and we went through magazines. And then my friend John and I made collages of Hamtaro. It just happened to be the like anniversary of Ham Heartbreak coming out. I saw later in the day when people were posting about Hamtaro, but I used this picture as my reference, and I used this like beautiful poem from a beer ad from the 70s, and there's the aftermath of going through the magazines. It was chaos, and there's still so many magazines that I need to go through. But I spent the weekend just having a really nice, like, relaxing weekend. I made some new name necklaces for some plushies who've been waiting for necklaces for months. I made Smudge one with these little elephant beads, and here you can see me really struggling to use an elastic thread to make a necklace. But I really want all of my Palm Pals to have a necklace with their names. They all have really cute names, so they all need one. So this is one for Bingus, and I also made one for his brother Bongus. And yeah, a lot of guys got new necklaces today, and I also made these little bows because I've been loving the squirmy ones that I made so much. So I want to continue making more of these and getting more cute little ribbons and just making cute little bows for me. And I made lots of cute little necklaces, like for my new guy, little Todio. And I watched lots of Barbie movies, and there was everyone who got their necklaces today. And then here I am working on a draw this in your style challenge from one of my new mutuals on Instagram. I'll put their name on the screen, but they are such a sweetie, and their art is really cute. So, of course, this was so fun to do, kind of my take on this. I wasn't really like sure going into it like what drawing it in my style meant, but then as I was working, I realized that's definitely what I was doing. These eyes are a little bit different from what I usually do. I don't often draw the whites of the eyes. I like to just do the black circle part, but yeah, the watercolor with new color on top and some oil pastel as well. That's definitely becoming part of my style, but I'm still figuring out who I am, so that's something that's definitely ever evolving. But yeah, I did all of that work on the screen completely out of frame. Oops. But I ended up just simplifying the screen. I didn't draw any of the icons that were on it. I just drew something that was kind of reminiscent of Bliss. And I hadn't actually planned on the little collaged on mouse pointer off the bat, but I'm really glad I did it. And then this guy is super cute, but he, right before this video, ran at me at full speed. It was very shocking. I thought he might like climb up me. But gotta give you guys a quick Tama update. I have Pinocchio Memechi right now, and then my partner wanted to go look at a sale on model kits. So I'm just looking lost next to the model cars and showing you guys all of my drip. Also, it was Bumblebee City in our front yard until they mowed it yesterday, sadly. But there was so many of these flowers. I think they're flowers of a clover, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there was lots of those guys. And then I had been kind of thinking for the last couple days that I just really wanted to try acrylic painting again. I just feel like I was not getting it last time I tried to do a painting with this medium. So I tried it again to do this really colorful bird. It was a pink spotted fruit dove, apparently a rare species of the 50 species of fruit doves, according to this half a comment that I could see on Pinterest, or half the description of the photo, not sure. But yeah, that's what I did, and I was really happy with that start. And then I got some more new fun beads. I was kind of lacking in the cute bead department, and I also remade some of my other guys' necklaces that I'd been lacking the right beads for before. Sorry, my footage went a little bit faster than me there, so let's just pause on this photo for a second while I tell you that I finally decided on a name for my new bat. His name is Fox, and since I got him, I'd been envisioning a collage of him that went across a 2-page spread, so it definitely ended up exceeding the 2-page spread. This is hanging off the page quite a bit, and I have to fold it in to be able to close the sketchbook, but really happy with this cute little collage. And then I also started on another acrylic painting, and this one is 2 of my Palm Pals. And then for this next part, we can go to an audio clip that I recorded previously. Hey guys, so I'm checking in. I never think to film like checking in segments. Anyway, the reason that I'm checking in is because I have procured this beautiful fabric with kitties and doggies. I thought I was just getting kitty fabric at first, and then it turned out that there was doggy fabric as well. So I have gotten some of that, and the plan is just kind of to alternate back and forth between the kitties and the puppies and just make a skirt. So let's just do that. It's going to be really simple. The scariest part of making this skirt was right here when I was trying to run a gathering stitch, and I was so close to the last of my blue thread. I didn't have anything else similar, but I'd already ran the gathering stitch through like 5 of the 6 panels. But yeah, I ended up actually having enough, and when I pulled it out, there was way more inside the machine still than I expected. So we actually had plenty of thread to work with to gather up these 6 panels. They are just fat quarters, $1.50 from Walmart. So not including tax and the cost of the cotton I had for the waistband that was just laying around and thread that I had that was just laying around. Paid about $9 for this skirt with the cost of the fabric. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, this is how it looked all gathered up. I just gathered it to about my waist measurement. My hip measurement. And then I'm going to put in a waistband that's attached to an elastic that is the same as my waist measurement. But the waistband itself is going to be my hip measurement, so it can like stretch past my hips. That's, I'm using the same words too much and it's getting confusing, but yeah, I did that and then it was done just 15 minutes before my best friend came and picked me up, and we went to the library together to scan some of her collages, and we scanned a little bit of my art as well. I've been using my scanner at home a little bit more because I finally figured out what I was doing wrong with it, but the scanner at the library is so much better. So shout out to the public library for having that amazing resource. And then I finished this painting. I'm so happy with it. I think it turned out really great. And then I finished the birds and I drew some silly stuff when my friend came over to hang out. And yeah, that was just such a fun day. I got to see two of my besties and then I did lots of art. And since we watched Freaky Friday last weekend, this weekend we watched The Parent Trap.
Hi, guys.
And then, yeah, this was just earlier this morning, actually, as of when I'm recording this voiceover. But I did another acrylic painting of my little Beanie Baby plushie, and I thought that turned out pretty cute. And last night I started this painting of a frog inside a flower. So I'm happy with that so far, and I'm excited to finish it up. But before we get into the outro, I just want to show you guys this skirt again. I'm just so obsessed. It's the most comfortable thing ever, and it just moves around so beautifully. It makes you feel like you're wearing a ball gown, but a comfortable one. And the fabric's amazing, especially the detail of the bleeding heart flowers on the kitty fabric. Okay, so that wraps up the vlog, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's currently Legs the Second's birthday. This guy's name's Strawby, like strawberry kiwi. My partner got him for me actually like June 6th or something last year, but June 7th is his assigned birthday. Oh my god, he's just such a good shape and such a beautiful color combination. So yeah, I've been working on some paintings of him. I've been really enjoying the painting on this off-white paper. But yeah, so I did this little painting of the guy, and I'm loving the acrylic painting, so I'm excited to keep trying that. And I'm excited to bring you guys along with me as I continue in my acrylic paint journey and just my art journey in general. So if you sat through my silly little video, thank you so much. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything and everything in the comment section. If you like the video, I'll give you a kiss. How do we feel about that? I'm not sure how I felt about that. I don't know if we'll be kissing every video, but we'll see. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.